Foreign Minister Penny Wong travels to Israel next week, and it's been revealed she had a rare phone call with Iran's Foreign Minister asking Iran for help to stop a wider conflict from breaking out in the Middle East. Joining me live is independent MP Allegra Spender. Allegra, thanks so much for your time. What's your thoughts on this correspondence between Iran and Australia, and how important is this trip to Israel?
Look, I think Iran is a major player, in the Middle East. It is a backer of Hamas, it is a backer of Hezbollah, it is a backer of the Houthi rebels. So it is appropriate, I think, that Australia engages with Iran and says very clearly, we do not back these rebel and terrorist groups.
Well, we've got Iran-backed Houthi rebels still attacking cargo ships in the Red Sea. That doesn't seem to be ending anytime soon. Iran-backed Hezbollah has been attacking Israel from inside Lebanon. This phone call with Penny Wong and Iran happened 6 days after the October 7 Hamas attack in Israel. So it happened back in October. You're saying that this dialogue is important, but I mean, it doesn't seem to be working, does it?
I think Iran has its own program, but I think Australia should be very clear on what it wants to see, and it needs to.
According to the Financial Review, federal Teal MPs are backing Environment Minister Tanya Plibersek's veto of the Melbourne Port of Hastings wind farm terminal due to environmental concerns to a local internationally recognised wetland, even though it might affect Victoria and Australia's transition to renewable energy. Is that where you stand as well? Do you think Tanya Plibersek made the right call here? And are you concerned about what delay this might bring to the project?
Look, I think that every single project, whether it's a renewable energy project or another mining project, needs to look at its environmental impact as well as the broader impact on the economy and climate. And so, in this case, I'm not in the detail looking at all the detail, but I think it's acceptable that if there's wetlands and it was going to provide an unacceptable impact on the wetlands, then it is appropriate that the environmental minister makes that decision. But what I want to see out of the environmental laws at the same time is to make sure that we're not, looking at those same environmental laws and saying, yeah, you know what, keep on approving coal mines, keep on approving gas mines, but still saying that's okay from an environmental point of view, because we know that climate change is a huge impact on the environment.
The Liberals lost 6 blue ribbon seats to Teal independents who campaigned on strong action and to climate change, like yourself, in the last election. How did you respond to the news that there are Liberals behind closed doors, according to The Australian, warning Peter Dutton not to take a 2035 emissions reduction target to the Australian people ahead of the next election?
Well, I can't say I'm surprised. Because I think what you see, why I think was successful in Wentworth is because the people looked at the coalition's record on climate and say, you do not take this seriously. We know that if we're going to keep warming to, ideally 1.5 degrees, then we absolutely need to take urgent action on climate change. And frankly, just a couple of days ago, we found out that 2023 was the hottest year on record, with almost 1.5 degrees increase in temperature from pre-industrial levels. So we know this is urgent. And if Liberal Party members and coalition members are saying don't take a 2035 target, well, I can't say I'm surprised. That is their form, because they're not showing themselves to be serious about climate action. And that is what my community wants: serious action on climate change, because it has a huge impact both on our environment, but on our economy and on our children's future.
Just finally, Allegra, we've got about 30 seconds left, but squeeze in one more. The Albanese government looks set to lift the price cap on coal in June and not extend it after it was revealed taxpayers could pay New South Wales-based coal generators up to $1 billion in compensation by the end of June. Do you think this is the right call not to extend it?
Look, what I think the government should be doing right now is helping Australian families keep a low price on their energy bills by supporting, more solar on the roof and batteries in the garage. And particularly for renters and apartment dwellers, you can't do that. So, I think they had to keep the coal price lower for Australian families to keep energy bills lower. But I don't want to see a single dollar, go to coal companies if it can be avoided. And instead, we need to be helping Australian families take control of their energy bills and really deal with that cost of living challenge.
Allegra Spender, thanks for your time this morning. Thank you.
Thank you.